Check this out.
I grew up Muslim, and nobody told me that Muhammad married his stepson's wife, who was also his cousin, and this led to a Quran revelation that banned stepsons so he could marry her. And then this marriage led to breastfeeding an adult man to make him related to you, and this inspired Quran verses about this adult breastfeeding that Aisha says were lost after Muhammad's death, which kind of means that the Quran was not perfectly preserved. This is a lot, and it's super messy, and I know it sounds like a fever dream, but this comes from the most authentic books that make up the religion of Islam, Sahih Muslim and the Quran. Quick reminder, like I said in my last video, Islam does not allow rejecting Sahih Hadith. Imam Shafi said rejecting the Sunnah is rejecting revelation, and all Sunni schools consider Bukhari and Muslim their most authentic sources. So whatever you're about to see, you can't dismiss it. Once again, I'm not telling you this to shame you or disrespect you if you're Muslim. I'm telling you this because I care about you, and this is genuinely what I would have wanted to know when I was Muslim. So Zainab was married to Zayd, who was Muhammad's adopted son. Then Muhammad decided he wanted her, so Zayd decided to divorce her. This is in Surah 33:37. Allah is speaking to Muhammad and says, "You said to him, keep your wife, but you were hiding in yourself what Allah would reveal, and you feared the people. Then when Zayd finished with her, we married her to you." This alone shows that Muhammad wanted something regarding Zainab. He told Zayd to keep her while hiding this desire, and he feared people's reactions. And then Allah married her to him to silence criticism. And the public outrage was so strong that Allah actually ended up banning adoption over it. All early Muslim Islamic scholars said that because Muhammad married the divorced wife of his adopted son, the people in Medina kept saying Muhammad married his son's wife. So then the Quran responds immediately by abolishing adoption so that Zayd would no longer be considered his son. And we see this in Surah 33:4-5. He has not made your adopted sons your real sons. Call them by their father's names. So adoption had existed for centuries, and it vanished overnight because of this marriage. But abolishing adoption created a new crisis inside many Muslim homes. Before this revelation, adopted sons were treated like real sons. But after it, they suddenly became strangers to the women who raised them, and these women now had to wear hijab around them. The most famous case is Salim, who had lived his whole life with Abu Hudayfa and his wife Salah. Suddenly Salah had to wear hijab in front of him, and he could no longer freely enter the home. So their entire family dynamic collapsed overnight. So then she went to Muhammad to ask what to do. Now here's what Muhammad's solution was. And this is straight from Sahih Muslim 1453a through c. Muhammad said, give him 5 sucklings so he becomes your mahram. This established adult breastfeeding as a valid way to create a mahram relationship. After this, Aisha believed that this ruling applied generally and actually ordered adult men to be breastfed so that they could enter her home while she was unveiled. And this is all fully authenticated. And then comes a huge blow to Islam's credibility. A Quran verse about breastfeeding was lost. And this is also in Sahih Muslim 1452. Aisha says, there was a verse revealed in the Quran, 10 breastfeedings make a person mahram. Then it was reduced to 5, and the Prophet died while it was still recited as Quran. So this means that it was Quran, not just Hadith. Muslims were reciting it during Muhammad's lifetime, but it never made it into the Quran that they have today. And Sunni scholars like Al-Nawawi, Ibn Hazm, Ibn Qudama, and Al-Suyuti all confirm this. My stomach literally did a flip when I first learned about all this, and I just felt like I couldn't not share this with a clear conscience. I just feel like I had to let other Muslims know. And to be honest, I do believe that you should come to Jesus, because I'm just not convinced that these events would surround a prophet of God. I'm really not trying to slander Islam in any way. Everything I'm saying comes directly from the most trusted books of Islam. But yeah, Jesus loves you, and he's waiting for you.